In the good times, Dad managed to build a 2-story house. When he passed away, that house became our saving grace. I decided to rent out the upper floor. My brother Nathan worked at a local pharmacy, and his salary was enough to meet our expenses. Nathan suggested that we let his friend Liam, a community leader, know about our plans to find decent tenants. "Good idea, son," Mom said. "You spend all day at work, and we do need to generate some income." A few weeks later, as Nathan came home one evening, Mom called him over. It was her routine to talk with him after work while he changed. "Nathan, someone came by today with Liam's son. He's looking to rent. Said he'd come back after dinner." Nathan assured her he'd check with Liam first. Later, Nathan confirmed the man seemed fine. He's Liam's son's college friend, though Liam himself doesn't know him well. "If you're okay with it, Mom, I'll finalize the deal tomorrow." The next day, a man named James visited to finalize the rental. He liked the place, paid a deposit, and promised to move in soon. Within 3 days, James, his wife Evelyn, and their 11-year-old daughter moved in. Evelyn quickly bonded with our family, calling me sister, Nathan brother, and Mum Ma. She was polite, hard-working, and eager to make a connection. Mum treated her like a daughter. One day, Evelyn confided that James had married her against his parents' wishes, and he hoped to reconcile with them. "Nathan," James said, "could you and your mum help convince my parents to accept us?" Mum was hesitant, explaining it was a delicate situation, and suggested James first talk to his family to gauge their mood. James agreed and left for his hometown. Days turned into weeks. 11 days passed, and James hadn't returned. During this time, Evelyn's parents and younger sister visited, but soon left, taking Evelyn's sister with them. Alone, broke, and anxious, Evelyn grew increasingly distressed. Mum reassured her, promising to support her and waiving the rent temporarily. Evelyn sobbed, "If James doesn't return, I don't know what I'll do. I can't go back to my family." Nathan, compassionate as always, decided to check on James. He left early one morning for James's hometown. There, he found James at the bus station. "Why haven't you returned? Evelyn is worried sick," Nathan demanded. James explained he'd been caught up in a legal issue involving his cousin. "Somehow my name got involved, though I've been cleared. I'll be back in a few days. Give Evelyn this money and tell her not to worry." Nathan returned home with the money and reassured Evelyn. 2 days later, James finally came back. But barely a week had passed when some strangers showed up at Nathan's workplace, claiming to be James's family. Nathan was puzzled, but invited them home to meet Mom. That evening, James and Evelyn stormed out after a heated argument with his family. James accused Nathan of betraying his trust by revealing their location. "Your brother wants my family to kill me," he exclaimed before leaving. Days later, James's parents returned, now demanding his belongings. They brought with them a letter allegedly written by James, disowning Evelyn and denying their marriage. Mum refused to hand over the belongings, insisting she'd only do so in James's presence. Evelyn, devastated, shared her story with us. She had lost her mother at a young age and her father remarried. Her stepmother mistreated her, eventually forcing her into a marriage with an abusive man named Frank. 4 years later, after enduring endless cruelty, Evelyn's biological mother helped her escape. However, Evelyn's stepmother later betrayed her trust, trying to exploit her for personal gain. On the verge of despair, Evelyn met James at a bus station, and he offered her a way out. Evelyn admitted she trusted James despite his flaws. They married after her divorce from Frank, but James's fear of his parents' disapproval lingered. Hearing this, Mom and Nathan empathized, promising to help Evelyn however they could. A few days later, James' parents returned with other relatives. They berated Evelyn, accusing her of manipulation and demanding her removal from the house. Mum stood firm, saying, "This is our property. No one touches a thing unless James comes in person." James' mother eventually softened, agreeing to consider Evelyn if she could prove their marriage. Evelyn mentioned witnesses from her divorce proceedings and marriage. Nathan offered to visit the witnesses to confirm the story, hoping to resolve the matter peacefully. As tensions rose, our family wondered, would James ever return to take responsibility? Or was Evelyn truly abandoned to face this battle alone? Share your opinion about this tale of trust, betrayal, and redemption. What will be the lesson you learned? And please remember to like and subscribe this channel.